Joining me are two special guests. They're with the band Universal Honey, Leslie Stanwyck and Johnny Sinclair. And they're here to talk about their new EP and their holiday album. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, Christine.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, before I ask you how did you come up with the title, I want to go back to when you were with The Pursuit of Happiness. And this was in 1988. Is this right?
Yeah, I was in the band at the formation, which was 85, 86-ish kind of thing. And then Leslie joined in 88 before we recorded Love Junk, our first album. So,
yeah, so two.
And then in 1990, that's when we sort of left and started Universal.
Yeah, so tell us, what was that like, being in the band, The Pursuit of Happiness?
It was a blast. It was a whirlwind. I mean, really, soon after I joined, it was just like we went out on the road right away, and then we were signed by Chrysalis Records out of New York City, and then we did a U.S. tour with Duran Duran. That was amazing. Wow. It was so much fun, and then we went to Europe and did the tour with the Eurythmics, and so it was just a whirlwind and just very exciting, a lot of fun. We had a blast, and just recording was awesome in Woodstock. We love Woodstock, New York. It's just it's so cool, and it was a real blast. Yeah.
Yes, and sharing the stage with Duran Duran, the Eurythmics, and so I, have this song in my head, like, she's so young, I can't sing.
You did pretty good there.
No, but I mean, it was, but so how did you two meet? Like, you are a couple, right? And you are an accomplished songwriters as well. So tell us about that.
Well,
we just want to know.
Yeah, we met in the band. We had started the group originally as a three-piece. Then we added two girls, and at some point, I think the three of us decided that maybe we should get different girls, because maybe this was just not exactly. I think Mo wanted another guitar player, so we got a girl to play guitar, and then we were looking for a backup singer, so Mo put the word out, and Leslie came over to audition one day when Mo, Dave, and I were just hanging out at their place. Dave and I were playing foosball, and Leslie showed up for her audition, and we kind of saw each other and became pretty fast friends. So, and here we are,
Yeah.
It's 8, 9, 10 albums later, and a 14-year-old boy, and we're still going strong. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It was pretty instant friendship for sure. And I had always written before. I'd always written music even before Pursuit of Happiness. So when I came into the band, it was like, we'd still keep writing. And then once we became friends, we just started writing together. It was just a natural process. And and then it's just continued on, of course, because we just love music so much, and we love to play it, and we love to record it. And music is amazing, right? Like, who doesn't love music? Like, find a person that doesn't love music. So it's just a big, huge part of our lives. And I think that's really what's probably bonded us for so long, and just our friendship and our love of music.
Was there a pivotal moment that you knew, yes, we write well together, we sing? Like, tell us how you knew that was magic.
Well, I think that I guess we knew that it was kind of magical pretty much right off the get-go, because there was chemistry there. So there was definitely a spark there right away. And I think just trying to find our way with writing together was just added to it. It just added to the excitement, the growth of the friendship, of the relationship. And so it was pretty instant. It was pretty intense, right up together.
Yeah, and then there were times when we started living together, and we would always just record in the living room on software-based recording stuff, and we recorded several albums just in our living room. And there'd be times when, Friday night, I'd pick Les up at work and we'd go to the fish market, we'd go to the St. Lawrence market and grab some fish for the weekend. And then we just Friday night cocktails and writing, and Saturday, Sunday recording. And I think we didn't get out of our sweatpants many weekends, just sitting in there doing music.
Wow, that's so inspiring. And and it is magic, what you're doing. I mean, like I love the title, Universal Honey, and I understand it came from, you've been writing for a long time, and this Universal Honey came in high school. Was that right?
Yeah, it was a song, I had a writing partner through high school, my bestie, Nadine Rusinek,
Yes.
and we wrote a ton of music together, and one of the songs was Universal Honey. And so later, when we were having a difficult time coming up for the band, then that came up, and it was like, okay, let's go for it, because we were under the gun, and we were doing the EP our first first EP at the time, or no, the compilation. The Joni Mitchell tribute, and we were asked to be on it, and we had to come up with a name. It was just like, well, let's just use the old song name, Universal Honey.
No, it suits well. And you have 7 albums, is that right? Magic Basement, Earth, Moon, Transit, Universal Honey, Fearless, I'm going on here, sorry. Can't Stop, and then Vicious Circles, is that right?
Yep, 7, yeah.
7.
And an EP, and then another EP now. So
yeah.
Yes. So
and we also have another project with our second album coming out called Tucker Lane, and we also did an electronic album called The Bot.
Yeah.
So
we've done a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to talk about I've been listening to the song Rolling Back Time. It's so catchy. And I see you at the around the campfire, and with the acoustic guitar, this, and it is so, I just love it. And so tell us about the new EP now. There's 6 songs, right?
Yeah. So it was a project that we started a while ago, and then we just we didn't get around to finishing it, and it just sort of sat there for a while. And when the lockdown came and we had a lot more time on our hands, we thought, let's finish this. These are good songs. And so we set about to finishing it up and putting it out, our first new music in well over a decade.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're rocking. We just love the songs and love the music, and doing the campfire sessions was so much fun, because we hadn't played live and with Universal Honey for so long, and just revisiting some of the songs from the albums, we did a couple of songs from Circles.
My Mind's going up today on the campfire sessions. That's another one that's going up.
That's from Earth, Moon, Transit.
Yeah, we did Just Before Mary Goes.
Yeah, we did Just Before Mary Goes. So, and of course, Rolling Back Time, and we also just think Rolling Back Time is so just relevant too now for what's going on. And then there's another song on the EP called What's Going On, Going On Around Me. And it's just about kind of what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
So it worked out just it's very relevant now.
Yeah. Well, Rolling Back Time, the video is you're in a subway, and it's can you tell us what it's about? Don't go back to the past, keep moving forward. Is that?
Yeah, basically, it's kind of change is going to come, right? So there's those that cling to the past and want to live in that sort of thing, and it's not a solution to the problems of today. I don't think it's everybody's got to get their head in the game. There's going to be a lot of change in the next decade, and I think that everybody's got to get on board, or we're doomed.
Yeah, we've got to move forward as a society and just get along and be harmonious, and so. But it's just what Johnny said. Some people are just really fearful of that change, I think, and want to stay, back in the past, because they think it's comfortable there, because sometimes the future is scary for all of us. Change is scary for all of us. But, the solution isn't to go backwards. the solution is to find the courage and just go like we're going forward, like we're always moving forward as a society together. I mean, you know, some things would be fun to go visit in the past, like, you know, the old day, like the, you know, whatever, the old West or something would be like, I'd like to maybe visit that, but would I like to live there constantly? No.
I'd like to visit myself 10 pounds lighter.
No, you are inspirational. Like, you know, music is universal, and we need music in our lives, and especially right now with COVID or the pandemic, the election, everything that's going on. And so your message, what is your message to people who are, you know, listening to your music?
Or who are what?
Yeah, what's your message? Like, what do you want people to get from your music?
I think ultimately I want people, like, this is going to sound kind of corny, but I'd like them to get some joy and some sense that there's connection to something else other than what we see, and what takes our minds away from the fact that we are connected to source. And that's where a lot of creative inspiration comes from. And I think that's why when you see a piece of artwork that you connect with, it makes you stop in time. Like, there's no time when you connect with something. It takes you away from the craziness, the crazy mind, and all of that, and it just centers you, right? So I hope that that's what the message is with our music, is that to bring a little piece, a little slice of joy in that, like how we felt when we listened to music growing up. You know, it was just like, music was our safe haven. Music was, you know, our little bubble of happy in a time when maybe our parents were fighting, or when we couldn't figure out, like, why are people fighting? What's going on? Like, we just found music brought us through that, because I think it connects us to something different, something deeper.
Yeah, and I hope also that people see us and just think, you know, like, don't quit. Just, it's our passion, and, you know, we're not big superstars. We do it because we love it and we find joy, and it makes us happy to do it. And, you know, nowadays more than ever, it's easy to present that to the world. You can do it all from your home. You don't have to have a big record label. I mean, sometimes it might be your mom and your sister that are listening to your song, but, you know, hopefully you'll find other people to listen to it as well. And it's just don't give up. Just if it's something you enjoy, and you talk about the magic, and if you're not finding the magic right away, if you're persistent and consistent, the magic will happen, you know. So.
Yes. Well said. I mean, you've been around for a long time. You're an established Canadian band, and you started in 1992, Universal Honey?
Yeah, kind of after 1990, when we left the Pursuit of Happiness, we started a sort of interim band, and it was called Loud Factory. And we were playing around Southern Ontario quite a bit, and it was going pretty good. And then one day, one of our members just said, I'm quitting the band, and no hard feelings. He just went on his way, and it sort of really changed the dynamic. And then other things happened. It sort of just presented an opportunity for us to become Universal Honey.
Yeah. How would you describe your music?
Well, I think people describe it as different things. Like, of course, there's pop in there. You know, there's definitely that kind of those, you know, melodies that are, you know, the inspiration that I always had was just with really great melodies, really almost sweet melodies. Like, you know, so definitely pop is in there. But we love rock and roll. Mm-hmm. So we love all rock and roll, all forms of rock and roll.
Yeah, so I guess, you know, you could go like, we grew up with 60s, 70s, and we lived through the 80s and 90s. So there's elements of every decade in our music, right? So it's a guitar rock, you know, and nowadays, as I say, the guitar sales are, you know, through the roof.
Yeah.
And it's mostly young girls that are buying guitars. too. So.
Well, yeah, you zero powers. Because you really play that guitar very well. I
love the guitar so much. Yeah.
And you work so, like, you're so incredible. You're so connected, and I want to know about your Christmas album. Now, this started in July, is that right?
Yes, yeah. It was in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know there's a song in there too, Christmas-time in the summertime. So yeah.
So I mean, we did this like a while ago, right? And it's just being we're just getting it out now on all digital and streaming platforms, because it wasn't widely released and widely available before. We kind of felt that was a shame, but we kind of got the rights back to putting stuff out on our own, and so we added 4 tracks to it, and it's called the Christmas Bonus Edition. And so Can't Stop Thinking About Christmas also has now Winter Wonderland, White Christmas, and Little Drummer Boy. Other than that, it was all original. Originally, it was just an all original Christmas album, with the exception of I Saw 3 Ships was on.
Yeah, and there's lots of great guests on there, like lots of great Canadian musicians in there, and I love that album. I really do. I just think it's so much fun, and it's just, again, it brings a little slice of joy. And now we play it here, and I'm always dancing around to it, and it's fun.
Yes, and Can't Stop Thinking About Christmas is available digital and live streaming, right? So
you got it. Yeah.
Yes, we need Christmas. We need all holidays, you know. You were so inspiring, and thank you. And people want to check out your music. Where can they go?
Well, definitely you can always check our goings on our websites and our social media pages, Spotify, of course. You can check us out there, or any of the digital or streaming platforms. Universal Honey.
Just Google Universal Honey or Google Tucker Lane. Each band has its own social media pages. Honey Tunes has its own social media and website as well. So we have 3 websites and lots of social media, and we try to keep that all up to date too. So
That's wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just want to say, everybody, stay the course, stay safe. You're wonderful. You've got such an amazing energy. It's been so lovely speaking with you, and I just wanted to say that. That's about it.
Oh, thank you both so much. And I'd love to do another interview with you, and maybe 6 months down the road.
Sure.
Love that.
Let's schedule it in.
Yes, for sure. Yes, we can. Thank you both so much.